Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday here in New England, and finally the weather has changed and we have springtime in New England. So I guess it really is true when they say the sun will come out tomorrow. It took about 3 months for us to see the sun, but it is finally here and we are happy, happy, happy. At least I am. So before I get started on this week's video, I want to say a big giant thank you to Wonderfully Hopeless for adding me to the Floss Tube playlist. I was watching the other day and I was cross-stitching and all of a sudden there I was. I thought, oh yay, I finally made it, because I don't think I was on it before. So thank you for adding me to that channel, and I'm looking forward to being mixed in with everybody else, and I think that's great fun to be able to see everybody else's and have mine in there. And I also want to say a big giant thank you to everyone who watches my videos and subscribes to my channel. I've already surpassed any expectations I might have had, and to be honest, I don't even actually think I had any. So I have, surpassed that by leaps and bounds. So this week I have some works in progress. I will update on my works in progress. I have a finish, which I did post on Instagram, and if I remember, I'll try to put my Instagram in the comment section if anybody's interested in following me. I don't post a lot, but I do try to do some updates on where I am, because I'm horrible at taking pictures and adding them to my videos. I'm still working on editing and learning how to do all that stuff. So I have my works in progress, a finish, a new start, some of my patterns. I will show you some of my stash, something I picked up at Michael's that I think was a good little find, and we'll finish up the sheep virtues. I'm finally at the end of those. So let's get started. My finish for the week is, if you do follow me on Instagram, then you know, this is the last one. Number 12, Joyfulness. Hallelujah. Okay? 3 years it took me to stitch this whole set. It shouldn't have taken that long, but it did. And I'm happy to say that it is done. I enjoyed them all. They were such a easy stitch, and a normal person probably would have whipped them out in no time at all. But for me, it was a little bit longer. But I am glad that they're done, and now I have to work on finishing. And I know that Carolyn wants to call them the fully finished objects, but I think in my case I should probably call them finally finished objects, and that's okay. So that's done. Progress on Goddess. I actually did get some work on Goddess this week, and she is coming along. I see another leaf there. You can see the veins. It's hard to tell when I'm working on it up close because my eyesight isn't that good, but also it's hard to see when you're up close. But when you see it from a distance, like I can see it in the reflection of the camera pretty good. You can see that the veins of the leaf coming in, and it's really starting to take shape. And I don't think I'm gonna give this to my friend. I love my friend dearly. I do. But you know what? If that piece is going to be half as gorgeous as I think it's going to be, I don't think I'm going to be able to part with it. I just don't see it. So I have something else that I had planned for her way back before I even thought about doing this for her. And I'll show you that pattern as I show you my stash. But that's that. I didn't work on Home of a Needleworker at all. I wanted to finish Joyfulness. So now that that's done, I will shift my attention to Home of a Needleworker. So that's I'm not even going to show you because nothing's happened to that. I do have a new start. I finished the lapgan for my boyfriend, so that frees my time upstairs. When I was upstairs in my living room watching TV, I would I would crochet on his lapgan. But I finished that, gave it to him. He loves it. And now I can transfer a small project to work on upstairs while I'm watching TV, which will be this afternoon when I watch the Red Sox. Yay! I love the Red Sox. Okay. I'm stitching the snowman. That one. It comes with the Santa but not interested in that. And then there's a couple others, but that you'd have to buy that separately. So I'm stitching, there's glare there, sorry. I'm stitching the snowman. And I did start him, and I've got his house, oh my god, his hat. So my goal for today is to get his hat finished. And I'm hoping to have this done this week. It's pretty small, and it's got like 5 colors. So that's that. When I went to Michael's the last time I was there, I picked up the floss, which is nothing remarkable. It's just DMC floss. But I did find this little case. I guess it's for photos. But I looked at it and I thought, well, that's perfect for what I want. I didn't want something big. They had some really big ones that I guess would be really good for like larger projects. But I don't pack up Goddess, so she stays. And the other one, I suppose I could, it was really big though. It would be great for scrapbooking paper, which is probably what it was meant for. But this is perfect. It fits everything I want to put in there. Fold up my fabric. Put my scissors in there. I have a question about scissors too while I'm at it. Put my little scissors in there. And there you go. Nothing falls out. Everything's fine. Just in case, my cats get ambitious upstairs and start playing around, or rambunctious, I should say. Everything's safe. Here's a question. I have like 3 pairs of these, probably more, floating around. I guess they're still pretty sharp, but they're not like super sharp. They're just the cheap ones that I got at Michael's or Joann's. Do you sharpen these? Do you just buy new ones when they start to get dull? What do you do? And is there a pair that you can recommend that don't get dull? And then I won't have to have, 14 pairs of them floating around. As it is, I do like to keep a set with each project, but I still don't need a whole bunch of them. So that was my little purchase at Michael's, because as you know, I am on a ban from buying patterns. Having said that, I got this in the mail. This was a new catalog to me, so I thought I would share, because I'm sure everyone else gets it, but it's called Keepsake Needle Arts. And they do have a website, keepsakeneedlearts.com. But I'm going to be honest, I was not impressed with the website. I only looked at it briefly, but I wasn't bowled over when I did go to it. But the catalog I enjoyed. So this is their summer. But it had quite a few patterns that I would consider like higher end patterns that I had not seen before. And they had some Mirabilias. I think those are Mirabilias, or they're Nora Corberts, I'm not sure. But then, just really, really pretty stuff. And what I really fell in love with, I want this set because, of course, it's seasonal and I just adore it. So that's on my wish list at some point in my life. I just love all those. And then the stuff that I, of course, fell in love with. There's a little beading and some embroidery and other needleworks, but there's quite a few. I mean, I like that too. That's pretty as well. I like that. But what really caught my eye, of course, was, as I have mentioned before in previous videos, or at least one video, Winnie the Pooh is my absolute favorite character. I absolutely love Winnie the Pooh. This is a Thomas Kincaid. And then this is a hook rug, which I also do hook rug. And I think these 3 are hook rugs. And then these 3 are cross stitch. And this one has Winnie the Pooh in it. So I thought, maybe, I don't know. But Is this not precious? Look at that. How gorgeous is that? If I had a daughter who was blonde, I'd be all over that. But I don't. I have a son who has brown hair. But what a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Love it. So it was a nice little catalog. Had some really nice things. Like I said, higher end stuff that I would never stitch. But, you know, to some people, I mean, good grief. There's a life's work right there. I'd never be able to complete that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I thought I would pass that information along in case anyone wanted to look them up and get a catalog of their own. So I will finish showing my sheep virtues. These are the last two. This one is Love. Now I know Love was for February, so I know this was number 2. So that one came out. I have to attach the buttons. I usually do that last after I'm going to sew up the little pillows and put them on. And this one is Courage. It's one of my favorite because I love the purples and the greens together. So, and if you're thinking about doing this set, the series, do it. It's a great, great series. I highly recommend it. I loved it. It just took me, you know, like I said, forever and a day to get it done. But it's done now, so I can move on to new things. So, that's all my updates. I will show you some of my stash. Again, we're back with the Little House Needleworks because I've just obsessed with them, apparently. This is Needleworker. Glare. And I'm enjoying showing my patterns because it's all new to me because I forget what I have. Everything is packed in a big giant box and I just pull out, you know, one of the envelopes, one of my orders, and it's got all the stuff in it, and I pull it out and I'm like, oh, that's right, I have that. So apparently I ordered the floss when I got this one. So Crescent Colors hand-dyed floss. So I've got the colors for that. They used 30 count on that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not promising anything on that. And then we have Home of a Needleworker. I believe this is probably the first one. The one I'm working on is number 2, so this would be the first one. Oh, God, you know, I should have taken them out of the envelope, so I apologize, but the glare. Nobody wants to see the glare. Nobody wants to see me wrestling with this stuff either. So that helps. Home of a Needleworker. It's just too bright, my light. I don't know. And I'm not sure. I don't know if I can switch it to not being backwards. And this one is another Home of a Needleworker. This one is called Acorn Hill. Okay, I have a thing for houses too. You know, I'm seeing a theme in a lot of my stuff. We have samplers, seasonal, houses, bees, beehives. You know, and these, it's funny because these things never interested me before. They really didn't. And I used to stitch a lot of cutesy stuff. And I still like that kind of stuff. But this all of a sudden became interesting to me. This one is Country Cottage Needleworks. Well, there's something different. That's at least not Little House Needleworks. Country Cottage Needleworks. Harvest Blessing. And there's a house. There's the house. There you go. So, that one. And then this one is small. Bobby G Designs. Give thanks. Oh, God. I'm horrible today with my lighting. I'm sorry. I apologize. And then this one is another Little House Needleworks. Oh, this is part of a series, so I'm assuming I have the rest of them. I can't imagine me not, but this one is Autumn. Yeah. But it says September, October, November, Season of Plenty. That's what the name of it is. Season of Plenty. Ugh, I can't see anything. This is terrible today. My lighting's terrible. Okay. So, and that looks like it would be a pretty simple stitch, but I love the finish. I wish I had a friend that was a seamstress. This one is a shepherd's bush, which I absolutely love shepherd's bush as well. This is just, I think it's, what is it? Be Thankful. But I love the finish. You know, and I don't see me actually doing that, but I can dream, I suppose. But I really like, trying to get the glare off. I am horrible today. I'm so sorry. But I think it has a turkey. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. It's got a turkey and it says Be Thankful. So I really like that one. I have a bunch of those. And this one is Elizabeth's Needlework Designs, Harvest Moon Cottage. Again with the house. Yeah. Must have been a sale on fall patterns because they all have a theme. So that one looks pretty good too. Good size pattern. When I say good size, it means I can read it without any problem. Yeah, so that's that one. Now, this next pattern I bought a few years ago when I got back into stitching. Before I actually realized what Heaven and Earth designs were, I stumbled upon their website and I fell in love with, you know, about 50 different ones, and I think I put them on my wish list and then forgot what my password was and have no idea what I put there. But anyway, wanted to stitch something for my friend because she's my best friend, and you know, I'm one of those people that likes to give gifts and things like that. So her birthday is in October, so she is a Scorpio. So I originally bought the pattern and had it mailed to me because I didn't understand about PDF and downloading on my iPad and all that stuff, and I feel better when I actually have a pattern in my hand. So, like I said, her birthday is in October, so she is a Scorpio. This design came from Linda Ravenscroft, and it is an astrological sign for Scorpio, which is at the bottom here, which I can't really see because it's far away. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and this is the pattern. 40 pages. Double-sided, no less. So, I don't know. And there's about a gazillion colors. I think there's every single color that DMC made in here. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, I would love to start it. I don't really see me, good grief, this would take me 10 years, maybe. You know, maybe for her 50th birthday, I would be able to give that to her. I mean, she's younger than me. She's 10 years younger than me. So, but it's so beautiful. And I'm going to give it a go. I mean, I figure if I approach each 10 by 10, you know, and take it slow and make a working copy and, you know, do the same thing I'm doing on Goddess and don't get overwhelmed, which is my biggest thing when I get overwhelmed and I just don't want to do it. But I really would like to take on that challenge. Oh, by the way, when I started my ornament, my snowman, he stitched on 16 count, which I have never done anything other than 14. So that's, I want to work up to like 18, because if I do the Heaven and Earth, it suggests 18 count or 20 count, and I'm not going to do 20 count. I don't really think I could see that well. So I think that's it for this week. And I hope everyone has a great week and gets a lot accomplished. And I will see you probably next week for my next update. Thanks. Have a great day.